Daryl Johnson, come up.
Judge, I did go ahead and send Mr. Johnson for a talk test
Okay.
this morning, and I came back productively for THC. Oh, that's definitely, that's, yeah.
If I can get some context, Stronger, when you're ready.
Got it.
So Mr. Galden has been on, I'm sorry, Mr. Galden, Mr. Johnson's been on signed bond conditions saying random UAs. He was asked to give a drug test, but it went to a different number. He didn't receive the notification to get drug tested. He went today, got tested. They had the right information. I've talked to the state. We've discussed the case. They've made a PTI offer for anger management AAs, which we have accepted. I don't know what the court wants to do today, but I want to give you a whole picture of the case that we're close to resolving it. And there was some communication issue.
Do whichever you guys need to do, right? But you're not allowed to use. And I'm going to test you 45 to 50 days from today. And if you test positive again, I'm going to keep you. Do you understand, Mr. Johnson? I'm not going to play this game. You're not allowed to use. You will get tested again. It's positive again. It's not going to go well for you. All right, take a seat.
Thank you, Judge. Have a seat.
Mr. Canseco, just so you know that you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you, but on Zoom.
Okay.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On January 30th, 2025, at 2:07 a.m. in Harris County, Texas, an officer observed a vehicle with expired registration as of November 2024. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed red glossy eyes, slurred speech, and the odor of alcohol emitting from the defendant's breath. The officer detained the defendant. SFSTs were conducted. 6 out of 6 clues were observed on the HDN. 7 out of 8 clues observed on the walk and turn, and the defendant refused the one-leg stand. The officer observed 2 small baggies of a white powdery substance in the defendant's pocket, known by the officer from training and experience to be cocaine, 0.22 grams, which is a usable amount. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to a breath test. The results were 0.173 and 0.169. The defendant stated he drank 7 beers and 2 shots.
You priority to DUIs, number 1.
No criminal history, Judge.
2, you see if he has a valid Texas driver license, please. Mr. Canseco, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it.
Eligible driver's license.
You have a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Reggie. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, you become a problem while on bond, then I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they can possibly put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I will have you sign a receipt of Victoria. After that, you'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Te firma las condiciones de fianza, entonces te puedo.
Reggie?
Intérprete, por favor, conteste a voz alta.
Okay.
Gutiérrez Pablo.
Are you Mr. Romero Moran?
Ay, Romero.
Romero Moran?
Yes.
Sir, you were charged with assault of a family member. You are
Yeah.
facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On January 29, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a family disturbance. On arrival, the officer spoke with the complainant, who is the defendant's daughter. The complainant stated the defendant had taken her vehicle. When the defendant arrived, the complainant asked about her keys.
Le preguntó sobre sus llaves
The complainant stated the defendant was intoxicated and started to yell at her.
y empezó a gritarle.
The defendant then
El
approached the
acusado entonces la
complainant
acercó
and aggressively grabbed her
arrebatante y
legs,
agresivamente agarró
pulling her off the bed,
jalándola de su
causing the
cama,
complainant to
causando
hit the floor,
ella
causing pain.
cayera en el piso, causándole dolor.
The officer spoke with the
Los
complainant's
oficiales
mother,
hablaron con la
who
madre de
confirmed
la
that the
atacante,
defendant
confirmó
had
que
grabbed
el
the
acusado había
complainant and pulled her off the bed.
le había sacado, le había jalado.
Another witness also
Otro
confirmed
testigo
that.
también lo confirmó.
Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him?
Pregunta.
I spoke with
Yo
the
conversé
domestic violence
con el
prosecutor
departamento
today,
fiscales
and
de
we
violencia
are requesting no contact,
Están
Judge.
pidiendo no
And
contacto,
also,
no contacto.
it's alleged that the
Y también
defendant was
se alega que el
intoxicated,
acusado
as I said
estaba
before.
ebrio.
I get it. So, Mr. Romero Moran, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand?
¿Entiendes? Yes.
If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Nada
I'm
más.
also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Okay.
I am entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is an order that identifies Ms. Romero as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk,
Puede.
threaten, harass, communicate
Y como
with her in any manner.
de ninguna manera.
Okay.
Okay.
Do not be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of the Winter Glen Lane
Cientos libros.
house.
Yes.
Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende? Yes.
If you violate this, the state can and probably will file additional charges against you. Violation of a protective order, and that is one of the worst cases that you can pick up.
Peor es que usted puede recibir. Okay.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, sir?
Abogado de la-
Yo lo puedo pagar, no tenía dinero, por eso no tengo conmigo.
I could pay for one. I didn't have any money. That's why he didn't come with me.
I'm happy to give you a lawyer today if you would like.
Darle- Nombrarle un abogado, si usted quisiera.
Sí.
Yes.
Understand,
Entiende.
don't violate these conditions. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it every single day,
Buenos días.
they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in this thing until the case is over and then you get shipped off to immigration. You will not get any more warnings.
Va a recibir advertencia.
Okay.
All right. So for now, I'll have you sign a receipt. Victoria, do you mind giving me an application, please? I need you to fill out an application for me for an appointed lawyer.
Acción.
And then I'll have you meet with Felicia here in a little bit for your bond conditions.
Después se reúne con él para condiciones de fianza.
Good morning, Ms. Moya. Oh. Do you speak English or do you need,
I speak only English. Yes, only English.
you speak English?
Yeah, only, yes.
And you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On January 29th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a Valero parking lot for a suspicious motor vehicle that may have been stolen. Loss prevention on the motor vehicle came back to the license plate, sorry, on the motor vehicle came back to a white Ford F-150. The vehicle identification number on the vehicle was different than what had returned. The defendant got out of the suspected motor vehicle and the officer was performing a felony stop on the possible stolen vehicle with multiple items in her hand. And the defendant refused to obey commands when told to drop them. The officer stated that he told the defendant to face away from him and walk backwards with her hands up. The defendant refused to obey commands and walked towards the officer with her hands down and facing him. The defendant kept moving back towards the front of. The defendant kept moving hands back towards the front of her body while the officer attempted to put on handcuffs on the defendant. The officer ordered the defendant to walk towards the patrol vehicle, to which the defendant refused and had to be escorted by force. The defendant kept moving her hands away from the officer and he attempted to handcuff her again. The officer had to take the defendant to the ground due to the defendant attempting to free herself. The defendant continued to move around so she could not be handcuffed.
She the driver or the passenger? Is there a co-defendant? Did someone else get the UUMV?
It does not appear there's any co-defendant.
It's a passenger.
Stop. Ma'am, don't.
All it says is that she got out of the suspect vehicle.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. If you do not have a Texas driver license, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Also, you need liability insurance if you're going to drive. If you don't have either, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer or would you like a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Court-appointed lawyer.
Okay, I need you to, let me see if I have an application. I need you to fill out an application for me. I'll take a look at it and then we can appoint you someone later today. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions though, ma'am.
Yes,
All
sir.
right? Okay, please. Good morning, Ms. Nguyen.
Good morning.
Your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. I have to get to know you. My concern is whether you're a danger to our public and whether you're going to go back to the jurisdiction that you're wanted from. So Mr. Kim here is going to tell me all about you. We'll get to know you to see whether that's going to happen or not. Mr. Kim?
Judge, this defendant is wanted for 3 counts of insufficient funding of a check or issuing of a check.
Wow.
She wanted
Quickly.
out of Bossier Parish and Cato Parish. And the reason why I point out both is the original teletype came in for Cato, but whomever the arresting officer put Bossier, but at least one of them is in the amount of $30,000. So it's
wow.
not a small amount.
Okay.
That said, they are non-violent offenses, but it's whether she will actually self-surrender to the demanding jurisdiction, I don't know. This
Any
warrant
priors?
is from 2023, or at least the checks are from 2023. I don't know when the warrant was issued.
Do you know if they're 2Bs or was she?
Oh, they would have to be QB. It's relatively recent, but I believe the check issue was in 2023. At least one of them. I can't speak to all of them, because I haven't gotten the ones from Bossier. I've only gotten the one from.
Your Honor, I have balls here. I called them this morning. They said the amount is about $96.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Yes.
I thought you said $96.
All different.
Are you opposed to a bond?
Now I'm opposed.
So, I mean, our purpose is not to litigate Louisiana stuff. She's 42, clear criminal history. I've confirmed with her friend who can make her bond and take her to Louisiana. They're going to drive. We have a plan. Never been arrested. Didn't know about the warrants. No FTAs.
I'd argue the fact that she was able to manipulate over 120,000 some odd dollars.
Well, that's for them to litigate.
Sure,
that.
but
You know
in
what I
terms
mean?
of
And
the
they'll,
risk of- I mean, making the bond is obviously a non-issue if what she's being accused of was.
I don't think it's violent though, so who cares?
I'm okay with the bond.
Okay, well, would you consider a PR bond?
No.
Okay, had to ask. Okay. What amount of bond are you thinking?
Okay.
Be
Come
the
on.
same amount as before, just because of the sheer amount that was alleged and the fact that it was in 2 different parishes.
All right. I'll do the same, 2,500.
Okay.
And then has she already waived or no?
She did waive, so I'll do a waiver withdrawal. Do you prefer?
Make sure that they can do it first, that way they don't.
Pay the
give
bond?
it- Yeah, Um,
I'll verify it. I'll
yeah,
call.
that way, in the event that they're unable to, they don't lose all that time, So, and then just let me know if yay, then that's $20,000.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a second. No. I still have to monitor that.
Oh, yes, of
And
course.
you need to understand that if you post this bond, we give you 14 days from the date of your release to go turn yourself into Louisiana. If you fail to do that, I'm going to revoke this bond. I will set it at 0 and I'm not going to do this again. So if you take off, I'll revoke the bond, issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I'm going to get you back. And this time I will hold you until Louisiana comes and get you. And I will not set you another one.
Right, thank
You
you.
understand? Okay, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.